A new $100 million foundation was newly established in the UAE to accelerate the growth of crypto technology, and Kaspa started to gain even more traction in the crypto world. And the thing is that the users of both of the currencies is claiming that their respective currency is solving the trilemma. So which one is it of them that's going to take the world by storm with their revolutionizing technology and also solve the trilemma? That's what I'm going to discuss in this video, where I will be bringing up both the pros and cons of the projects and giving you an honest, unbiased view of both of the projects. So don't forget to like and subscribe before we get into this video. I'm trying to reach 50 subscribers by the end of 2023. It would really mean a lot to me if you would consider subscribing. Thank you. Let's get into the video. First, I will be discussing the use cases for both of the currencies, and then I will get into the fundamentals and technicals of the projects, and then I will delve into price prediction, predicting where the price will be in the future, and lastly, I will be answering which one of them I believe will take the world by storm. But first, let me explain what a trilemma is that both these cryptocurrencies claim that they solve. The blockchain trilemma is a concept coined by the founder of Ethereum, Vitalik Buterin, and the trilemma consists of three main features that are difficult to simultaneously maintain. And the first feature is scalability, the second one is decentralization, and the last one is security. And more often than not, creators of cryptocurrencies have to sacrifice one for the sake of the other two. Okay, so let's get into the use cases for both of the cryptocurrencies. And I think it's important to point out that they're not exactly aiming to be the same. So let's explore the visions for both of the cryptocurrencies. So Kaspa means silver in Aramaic, and that's because silver was historically less precious than gold, but more accepted as a means of payment. So silver was less valuable, but more accepted as a means of payment. Bitcoin was initially set out to be a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, but it eventually turned out to be a way of storing value instead of trading. So the Kaspa team set out to create a new cryptocurrency that still stuck to the original principles of Bitcoin, but basically improved everything else to make it possible to become a real-life currency. And IOTA is looking to be more than just a means of payment. IOTA is designed to be a cryptocurrency for the IoT, Internet of Things, and the IoT is a concept that envisions a seamlessly connected network of physical devices, such as vehicles, appliances, and other objects embedded with sensors and software, all communicating and exchanging data over the internet. So not only your phone or computer, even your fridge, coffee machine, or the street light outside of your window that's keeping you awake all night, or maybe that's just me. So in short, Kaspa is aiming to become a real-life currency that is used for everyday transactions, while IOTA wants to improve real-life situations by helping more people and organizations utilize the crypto technology. Now, let's get into some of the fundamentals and technicals of the currencies. So both of the projects use a system that's called DAG, Directed Acyclic Graph, and to understand how it works, we need to take a quick look at a traditional blockchain system. In a traditional blockchain network, miners verify transactions and put multiple transactions inside a block. Once the block is full of transactions, it takes its place on the network, linking back to the previous block and creating a chain-like structure, hence the name blockchain. And miners receive rewards in tokens for verifying transactions and contributing to the blockchain. In a DAG system, we depart from the traditional blockchain model. Rather than bundling transactions into blocks, each transaction is connected directly to others in a branching, non-linear structure. So transactions gets placed directly on the network, linking back to the nearest previous transactions. This creates a dynamic web where transactions can confirm each other without the constraints of fixed blocks and linear chains. Thanks to this technology, DAGs can handle more transactions per second than traditional blockchain systems, which makes it more scalable. So Kaspa is a BlockDAG system that can as of now handle up to 250 transactions per second. I was probably very tired when I recorded this video, so I just want to say that it's 400 transactions per second and not 250. Thank you, back to the video. at 1 block per second being added, and it's currently being rewritten to a different coding language called Rust, and once that rewrite is done, it will be able to handle at least 10 blocks per second, which is around 2,500 transactions per second, and that's what it has been tested for. They're currently running tests on it right now. It could potentially do even higher numbers. And Kaspa also has very low transaction fees, and the current transaction fee is 0.001 Kaspa per transaction, and the dollar valuation of that is roughly $0.00013 in the current valuation of Kaspa. I also want to add, so you don't get confused, that when you send Kaspa from exchanges typically add their own transaction fee. So for example, the other day when I was buying Kaspa, KuCoin was adding a transaction fee of 30 Kaspa used to send the Kaspa out of the exchange to my own personal hardware wallet. By the way, if you want to buy some Kaspa, you can use my link down below to sign up on KuCoin and buy some Kaspa for yourself, or IOTA. Now, let's talk about IOTA. So IOTA is not exactly a BlockDAG system because it doesn't use any blocks, but it's still a DAG system that is called the Tangle. And the Tangle can as of now handle up to 1,000 transactions per second, but the thing is that the more people that starts using the IOTA system, the faster it gets and the more transactions per second it can handle. The Tangle is a normal DAG, and for users to transact over the network, they first need to validate and approve 2 previous transactions before their own transaction can be processed. This eliminates the need for miners because, as stated before, miners are the ones who need to verify transactions in a traditional blockchain network that uses blocks, and because there are no miners and blocks, there are also no transaction fees. Now, Kaspa is a tricky one because it's a BlockDAG, and that means that it still uses blocks and miners to validate and approve transactions over the network, and this is why Kaspa has transaction fees. So instead of transactions getting placed directly on the network in a web-like structure, the blocks are placed in a web-like structure, which means that the blocks are being added simultaneously, which is faster and more scalable than a traditional blockchain network. And if you ever feel bored, you can visit the BlockDAG visualizer and you stare at it for hours. I don't know why, but it's very satisfying. Please tell me I'm not the only one. So both of the currency has the potential and ability to scale and become bigger cryptocurrencies. If we, for example, take a look at 2 of the world's biggest cryptocurrency, Bitcoin and Ethereum, we can see that Bitcoin's system can handle up to 7 transactions per second, and Ethereum can handle up to 30 transactions per second. So when comparing Bitcoin and Ethereum to Kaspa and IOTA, Kaspa and IOTA really comes out on top, and they're way faster than the world's biggest cryptocurrencies. And if we also take the transaction fees into consideration, the numbers really starts to add up quickly, because during high payload, Bitcoin has seen average transaction fees at around $60, and Ethereum has seen transaction fees up to $48. So when comparing to Bitcoin and Ethereum, both IOTA and Kaspa really comes out on top. And IOTA is supposedly releasing smart contracts on their layer 1 network soon, and there's also rumors that Kaspa is also going to be releasing smart contracts, but that will probably be later down the line because Kaspa has not been around for so long, and they need to focus on their main layer 1 before they start to work on other fun stuff. For example, IOTA has been around since the start of 2017, and Kaspa has only been around since 2021, so I believe that Kaspa still has some developing to do before they start to implement other stuff such as smart contracts and token integrations. I also believe that the developers of Kaspa are currently focusing on building the best proof of work layer 1 out there that's the fastest and cheapest to transact on. So they're currently focusing on building a really good foundation to later be building smart contracts and other fun stuff on. Let me also tell you some about the founders of the projects, because they are some interesting characters. The founder of Kaspa is Yonatan Sompolinsky, and he's not a rookie in the crypto industry. Yonatan is mentioned in the Ethereum white paper because he played a role in developing the ghost technology that Ethereum uses. Some even claim that he could be Satoshi Nakamoto, and for those of you that don't know, Satoshi Nakamoto is the alias of the founder of Bitcoin. There's a really interesting Twitter or X thread on this, and I'll leave it in the description of this video if you want to read it. And one of the other team members of Kaspa, Aviv Sohar, was mentioned by the Bitcoin Twitter account back in 2014. The founders of IOTA are David Sundstebø, Dominic Schiener, Sergey Popov, and Sergey Ivancheglo. I hope I pronounced that right. David is a Norwegian entrepreneur with a background in distributed ledger technology, and Dominic Schiener, a German entrepreneur, is known for his work in blockchain and was recognized as a Thiel Fellow. Sergey Popov, a Russian mathematician, played a crucial role in developing IOTA's unique Tangle technology. And the last member, Sergey Ivancheglo, also known as Come From Beyond, is a Belarusian mathematician and one of the early contributors to IOTA. Let's now compare the tokenomics of the currencies. And Kaspa is fair launched, so there was no private investors and no pre-mining. This is a good indication because that means that there are no people sitting on big amounts of Kaspa that could dump at any given time, making the price go lower. And IOTA was not directly fair launched. The project did receive funding from private investors and organizations, and the IOTA tokens were made through something called a Genesis transaction, where all the coins essentially were being made from nothing. And when they launched IOTA 2.0, they inflated the currency by adding 1.8 billion tokens to the network for an ecosystem foundation, which was an increase of 65%. This made many of the holders angry, and this also shows that it's not decentralized if there is a team that can increase the token amount out of nothing. I mean, that's why Bitcoin was created in the first place back in 2009. I want to be honest and say that personally for me, this is a big red flag. Now, let's dive into the communities of the projects, because the communities play a big role in the world of cryptocurrencies. So this is Kaspa's Reddit site, and here we can see that they approximately have around 11,000 members, and right now when it's almost 2 p.m. here in Central Europe, there's 65 people online. And if we compare that to IOTA's subreddit, we can see that they have over 140,000 members, but only 34 people online. And if we also check how many posts are posted per day, Kaspa really comes out on top as well. Let's see here, 1 post 5 hours, 2 posts today, 3 posts, 4, 5, 6, yeah, there's multiple posts a day here. And here on IOTA, it's barely 1 per day. So here it was 2 the other day, and then it was 1 for 4 days ago. The IOTA Reddit community doesn't seem that active when you compare it to Kaspa's community. Okay, but how could any of these cryptocurrencies truly make a difference in the real world? As stated before, Kaspa is aiming to become a new kind of money, so if the world would adopt and accept Kaspa as a payment, it could improve the money system and streamline sending money to anyone, anywhere, without the need for any bank or government. And the way that IOTA could make a difference would be through smart cities that probably are to become more common in the future, and to also streamline already active operations all around the globe, for example, tracking in supply chains. Now let's delve into price prediction. So Kaspa is only listed on relatively small exchanges, and despite this fact, it has been able to reach a market cap of around $3 billion and also become the 29th biggest cryptocurrency in the world by the time I'm recording this video. And there are some rumors that Binance listing is on the way, which would inevitably shed more light on Kaspa and also broaden the interest for Kaspa and the project as a whole. I believe that if the project spreads greatly, then it's not unreasonable to see Kaspa at around $3 to $5 during the bull run of 2025, giving it a market cap of around $65 to $110 billion. And given its current price at around 13 cents, it would be a very good investment. And also, if smart contracts gets added and Kaspa is starting to get accepted as a means of payment all over the world, then I don't believe it's unreasonable to see Kaspa at a market cap of around hundreds of billions of dollars. I believe that's still a long way to go. Now, keep in mind that price prediction is always speculative. Please do your own due diligence and don't solely trust my own word. This is not financial advice. As I said, please do your own due diligence before you decide to invest in any of these projects. And IOTA is somewhat harder to predict the price of. and here's why. IOTA has been around for 2 bull runs already. The first one in 2017 where the price rose to $5, and the second one in 2021 where it reached $2.50. And I believe that if smart cities becomes more popular and the real world gets more interested in utilizing crypto technology, it's not unreasonable to see it around $10, giving it a market cap of around $46 billion. But that's probably way into the future, like 10 to 20 years, and that's if their network gets implemented in the smart cities. During the bull run of 2025, I don't think we will see too big price moves when comparing to other cryptocurrencies, because many have lost faith in the project since the team has inflated the token so much. So to answer my question in the beginning, in my personal opinion, Kaspa checks all the boxes because it is scalable, secure and decentralized, but not IOTA because it is not fully decentralized, but they both also have the capability to take the world by storm. They're not in direct competition with each other because Kaspa is aiming to become a means of payment and IOTA is aiming to streamline the world by adopting the crypto technology. So it really just boils down to the question, what do you believe in? So, if you want to buy some Kaspa or IOTA yourself, you can use my link down below and sign up on KuCoin and also participate in a chance to win $700 that you can do whatever you like with. If you want to sign up for a TradingView subscription, you can also use my link down below. That will save you $15. And lastly, if you want to store your coins safely on a hardware wallet, you can also use my link down below to buy yourself a Tangem card. By using any of my affiliate links, you really help this channel out and it truly means everything. Thank you so much for watching this far into this video. Please subscribe. I'm trying to reach 50 subscribers by the end of 2023, as I said, and currently we're at 38, I think, so we're not far away. So please hit that subscribe button and also like it if you liked the video, of course. And if you want to see more content from me, you can watch my recent video right here where I'm comparing Kaspa to Bitcoin. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Tashi. Goodbye.